All right, so we're going to unpack this. You sent us something that I had to watch it like multiple times to believe it was real.
Gasps.
We are diving deep into this rap track. It's called Feed the People, and it's by Tiffany Henyard. She's the current mayor of Dolton, Illinois, and she's also the supervisor of Thornton Township.
Oh my word, you're not kidding. And when I heard this audio, I was like, what?
I think you said, and I quote, meltdown disguised as a mixtape.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
After like the 10th, listen, I'm still not convinced that this is not like a joke or something.
It's like a fever dream you can't escape.
It's amazing. Our mission today is to dive deep into this musical endeavor and kind of figure out like what is going on here. Is this a serious artistic expression? Is it like a bizarre political move? Is it just a thing? We don't know. We need to figure that out.
Yeah, it's like a Rubik's Cube of bewilderment.
Let's lay some groundwork here. Tiffany Henyard, she's not exactly been quiet in the political sphere. Her time as mayor of Dolton and as supervisor of Thornton Township has been, shall we say, scrutinized.
Yeah, a little bit.
There have been a lot of headlines, about certain controversies and like how public funds have been handled.
Exactly. And, the timing of this track is impeccable because her name isn't going to be on the ballot for the next election.
Oh.
So she's having to ask people to write her in. And so it's very interesting that she would choose now to debut her rap career.
It's a bold strategy. Let's see if it pays off.
I have my doubts.
So what were your immediate impressions when you first listened to Feed the People?
I mean, the audio analysis that you sent me, it was so generous. Like it was saying extremely low and flat pitch is like saying the Titanic had a bit of a rough journey.
Right.
This is like the vocal equivalent of like a sleepy sloth whispering secrets to a brick wall. And it said monotone, honey. This isn't monotone. It's like a whole new level of emotionless.
I know, right? I thought I accidentally clicked on like ASMR.
I thought my podcast app was glitching and playing like a voicemail.
Oh, yeah.
It was that bad?
And the rhythm, oh my God, it's so uneven. It's like two people in different rooms trying to dance to different songs at different speeds.
It's like the music track and the vocals had a really nasty breakup, and they're refusing to acknowledge each other in the studio.
Yeah, and the source material said one take with no editing and no real performance effort. And that's like the most accurate thing I've ever heard.
Oh, it's so bad.
It sounds like she just walked in and was like, whatever, and then left.
Yeah, basically.
Okay, deep breaths. Let's get into the lyrics. I'm going to start with the opening lines. I'm feeding the people and starving the politicians. They quick to judge what they don't know. I'm just standing to business. My brain broke when I heard that. What was your interpretation?
So when I'm just standing to business, I think she's trying to say that she's focused on doing her job, and she doesn't care what other people think, but grammatically it's a disaster. It's like she put a bunch of words in a blender and just hoped for the best.
Like a rusty blender.
Yes, exactly. And we don't even know what business she thinks she's standing to. It's confusing.
Then we get to, because my deeper complexion, I see the lack of protection and projection from my own people. But I'm starving the board. I'm feeding the people. Unpack that for us.
So here she's talking about racial bias and how she feels like she's not supported even by her own community. She's positioning herself as like a lone wolf going up against the system to help the people. The sentiment is fine. It's just the delivery is so cringe.
The delivery is so cringe. And then we get to the chorus. They put me in office and treat me like it's illegal to feed the people. And it's just repeated over and over. My secondhand embarrassment was off the charts.
It's like watching your aunt try to do TikTok dances at a family party. You're like, no, just stop.
And then there's this line, from Vegas to Chicago, I rode around in Tahoes, 17 cities trying to own up to my title. Tiff, ain't seen a politician yet who done did what I did. Where do we even begin?
This is like a glorious mess, the random name dropping of Vegas and Chicago, the mysterious Tahoe rides visiting 17 cities to like own up to my title. It's all just so bizarre.
Yeah.
But the best part is I cook up in office. Don't mention cooking with Tiff. Ain't seen a politician yet who done did what I did. The grammar, oh my goodness. Ain't seen a politician yet who done did what I did is just painful. And then cook up in office. What does that even mean? Is she talking about policy? Is it shady deals? Is she microwaving leftovers? We just don't know.
The source material said it was hilariously cringeworthy, and I think that's accurate.
Yeah.
It paints this ridiculous picture of her just stirring something in her office and bragging about how great she is.
Yeah, and she's bragging about how great she is with the vocal energy of a sedated koala.
Then we get into the more defensive part of the song. Stop me when I start lying for 8 years I was a trustee. How you vote me for mayor and then act like you don't trust me. All these false allegations. They quick to make up a story, but I can't give them the power because only God can judge me. It's a lot to unpack there.
She's talking about her past experience, and she's saying that she was elected so people should trust her, and she's dismissing all the allegations as lies, and then she says, only God can judge me, which is a classic power move.
Yeah, it's just like a very weird flex when you've got those other lines in there about cooking stuff up in the office and your grammar is all over the place.
Exactly. It just doesn't land the way she probably thinks it does.
And it all comes back to those grammar issues, like, what, I'm just standing to business who done did what I did, and I cook up an office as an elected official. Shouldn't she be more careful about her language?
I mean, clear and effective communication is really important for anyone in public service, and these errors, even if they were unintentional, they make her seem careless and like she doesn't pay attention to detail.
That's not a good look.
It's like a doctor trying to give you advice with food all over their lab coat. You might still listen to them, but you're not going to trust them as much.
Right.
You're going to be like, I don't know about this.
So why do you think she did this? Do you think it was a desperate political distraction to take attention away from the controversies? Is she trying to rebrand herself, or is this a genuine passion project?
Honestly, I think it's probably a desperate political distraction. She's trying to change the conversation and do something shocking to grab attention. The rebranding thing is interesting, too. Maybe she wants to seem more relatable and down to earth. But I don't think this is the way to do it. And the passion project angle, well, you never know.
The source material said it might be an audition for a music career after she leaves office.
Oh, God, I hope not.
I don't think it's going to happen.
Based on this song, I don't think she has a future in music.
The source material also called this the Unintentionally Hilarious Mixtape Hall of Fame. And I have to agree, it's like the perfect example of something so bad it's good.
Yeah, it's so awkward, and the lyrics are just so bizarre. It's like comedy gold, even though I don't think that was her intention.
And we can't forget about the memes. This is prime meme material.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I can already see the remixes and the reaction videos. This is going to be all over the internet.
So after this deep dive, what are your final thoughts on Feed the People by Mayor Tiffany Henyard?
It's a really strange case study in how people in power try to connect with people online, especially in this day and age. It makes you think about self-awareness and judgment and the line between being a politician and like whatever this is.
I'm both bewildered and entertained.
Yeah,
I don't know what to think.
I feel you.
It's not going to be winning any Grammys, but it's definitely made an impact.
Yeah, in a way that I don't think she intended.
It makes you wonder, in this world of constant digital engagement, what are the rules for people in power when they're trying to express themselves, musically or otherwise?
That's a great question. This whole thing was a reminder of how public figures try to reach their audience, and sometimes they miss the mark so badly that it becomes a meme.
Yeah, it's pretty wild. I'm almost scared to see what you're going to find next.
Me too.
Well, thanks for joining me on this deep dive.
Of course. Thanks for having me.
I'll see you in the next one.
See you later.
Bye.